So we've all had those situations where you pay someone to join their program or their coaching and you don't get what you paid for and you feel like you wasted that money. I can go a step further. I paid someone $10,000 to provide me and my company a service, and they literally took the money and ran. And I want to share with you that story and also a couple of lessons within it to hopefully prevent something like that happening to you as well. Firstly, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Penberthy. I'm the founder of a marketing education company called AdClients.com. We have done over $15 million selling courses and coaching online. And if you sell courses or coaching, then we can help. Come check us out, AdClients.com. In today's video, I want to talk about a bad experience and hopefully some lessons to help prevent that for you as well. We have all found ourselves in that situation, right? We need a bit of help, whether that is running traffic, whether that is building funnels, whether that is help with systems in the business, or whatever the case may be. And everyone is very good at marketing in our industry, right? So of course someone sells you on their service, they sell you on their coaching, or perhaps you even hear about a big name in the industry and everyone is sharing good feedback from this particular company and you decide to bite the bullet and join their coaching. Well, that's happened to me on a number of occasions. I'll talk about the $10,000 that someone stole in just a moment. But before that, I've also been in the boat where I've had those bad experiences where you just don't get what you paid for. I remember joining a coaching program for, I won't name and shame, but a big company in our space, a big coaching company, and they had some stuff that they had evidently learned that we hadn't yet as a company. At the time, we were doing about $300,000 a month, and this company was doing $1 million a month. And so again, there's a distance there. Right? There's some stuff that they know that we don't, and we want to learn. And I was hearing some good stuff from various friends of mine that had been through their program. So we decided to join. The fee was $24,000 to get involved in their coaching. And we come on in, and it was almost like there was so much hype on the front end, right? The sales rep that we've spoken to is saying everything we want to hear, right? Like everything that he's describing about the program, what's going to be included, is music to our ears, right? The whole process, the journey of collecting our cash and getting us into the program and indoctrinated, was great. As soon as we were on the inside, as soon as we were paying clients, it just felt like we were just left out in the cold, right? Just no communication, no contact, no way of navigating their materials, no accountability. Reaching out to people, we were sometimes not getting responses. It was actually just quite a bad experience inside of this coaching company. And I'll tell you one thing, because I'm always looking for the lessons that I can learn from these situations. And side note, you have to operate like that, right? Whether there's something good or whether there's something bad, there are lessons in everything. And I'm always looking for those. So yes, I've spent 24K. Am I going to ask for the money back? No, because that's a whole nother story for another video. But I just feel, look, I invested, I'm diving in, I'm trying to get some stuff out of this. I kind of want to go through the rest of the program just to glean whatever we can. Even if I don't get everything that I was told I was going to get from the sales rep, all I need is a couple of golden nuggets, and in the long run, it would still be worth it. So I'm not asking for the money back, but I am looking for the lessons within what's going on here. One thing that was very encouraging for me and my senior team going through this process was realizing how actually there was a lot that we had going on already that was really, really good, and there's clearly something this company know that we don't, because they do more revenue than us, so we can learn on that side. But actually we learned the opposite on the client success side of things, right? Being taken through as a client, bad experience. Whereas we know that with our clients that come in our programs, it's polar opposite. We are all in on clients that come in. They're getting the hand-holding, the accountability they need, the help navigating through our programs, getting the level of support that we promise. In fact, we endeavor to over-deliver once they're in from whatever was promised on the sales call, right? Whatever they're promised on the sales call should be minimum, and now we're wanting to add to that. So that was encouraging. We realized, we've actually done some good stuff here. But nonetheless, overall, not the greatest investment. Probably wouldn't do that one again. I could tell you story after story. I've spent a couple $100,000 on my own education, and some of them have been good and some of them have been complete trash. There is one that I'll tell you about right now though. There was a situation where my Facebook ad account got shut down. It's a long story, so I'll spare you, many of the finer details, but essentially I had a personal ban. My media buyers have a personal ban, so we weren't able to open up new ad accounts, and it didn't matter what we tried, it just wasn't working. Many of you are going to comment below, oh, try a different credit card, and oh, open up a new business. Listen, we tried all that. That wasn't working. In fact, what I would like to hear in the comments is, have any of you had a Facebook account shut down? Okay, let me know in the comments box if you have. I'd be interested to see how many of our viewers have had the same experience. Nonetheless, ad account shut down. We've tried everything, not working. We hear about this company that one of the guys who was a part of it I'd heard of before, and again, I'm not going to name and shame, I'm not really into that, but one of the guys I'd heard of before, so there was that little level of trust with this person's name. Anyway, the promise was, you come into this program and give us $10,000 and we guarantee to get your ad account back. If we don't, you get your money back. That was the deal, right? That for me and my company is a no-brainer. If it's a guaranteed get our ad account back, well, if we can get that back, it's worth far more, infinitely more than $10,000 to us as a company to be able to run ads on Facebook again. And if they don't get it back, we get our money back. So no-brainer. We invest with the guy. As soon as we spend that money, crickets, silence, completely ghosted us. We would go for weeks without a reply. He would eventually send us a message back with a bit of an update, but the update was clearly just a bunch of nonsense just to try and push us off a little bit longer. We get a bit stronger with our messaging, replying back that this is unacceptable. Like, we need a little bit more, of an update. We need you to give us a timeline. They were just giving us absolutely nothing. The long and short of the matter is, the longer this went on, and eventually we got to 3, 4, 5 months down the line, and we just realized, we've just been straight up scammed. This guy's just taken $10,000 from us for a service that perhaps he had zero intention of ever delivering on, has completely ghosted us, run off with our money, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. Also, we went to the bank to dispute this charge, but weirdly enough, don't want to get into all the details of this, but weirdly enough, our bank here in the UK, the one we specifically bank with, they won't file a dispute for anything over 3 months. And we had just creeped over that while we were trying to go back and forwards with this guy. So we can't even get that money back. So what lessons can we learn from this experience? Well, there are 3 on my mind. The first thing is, me and my team should have done a little bit more due diligence on how the process would work once we became a client, because the person whose name I recognized turns out now was actually just the front of the company doing the videos and the marketing, and it was another guy on the back end who I'd never heard of before that was delivering the service. Now, I'm not saying that you should never invest in someone you've never heard of before. We have clients doing that with us every day. They only just hear about us, they want to learn what we've got, and they become a client. They get a great experience. So that's not the lesson. But I could have perhaps done a little bit more due diligence on whoever this guy was on the back end who's actually going to be delivering the service. Second thing, I could have asked around just a little bit more, right? I like to make quick decisions. I find that works for me and has got me far in my entrepreneurial journey. So I don't like taking too much time over decisions. I want to maintain speed of decision making. However, because I knew some people that know this guy as well, I could have asked around just a little bit and made sure that process, that service was legit. And third and final lesson that I learned was that dispute process with the bank. That was weird. Credit card companies, you can dispute, I believe American Express here in the UK can dispute up to a year later. I believe I don't have that wrong. It might be 6 months. Anyway, for the bank that I was with, 3 months, strange. So I've learned a lesson there. Actually, if a service that I've paid for is looking like it's gone sour and it's horrendous from day one, then I would look to resolve that much quicker. And if I need to file with the bank or whatever, then I would have done that sooner as well. So that's all I've got for you today. And by the way, if you sell courses or coaching online and you would like our help, we have scaled our business to 15 million in revenue using a very simple traffic and funnel strategy. I'd love to teach it to you. There's a link in the description box to a completely free training where I'll walk you through the whole process, and you can also learn what it looks like to work with me and my company. Do check out that training while it's there. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear more about what happened with my Facebook account, and more importantly, what I did to continue driving a bunch of traffic even when my Facebook account was disabled, you can see this video right here where I talk about that process as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in a future video.